Alright, so we managed to get rid of the last stack off of Nana. Can Juno really solo this? Let's get rid of this Perna real quick. Boom, baby. Hey, what's up YouTube? How are you guys doing today? Mario here from Little Old Ladies, coming at you with another siege against FargoUnited. This is a G2 siege. We're a G2 guild, I guess, against a G1 guild. What a strange matchmaking system. So we have a MST tower, and we're gonna come in with a very safe team. We're gonna come in with the Tractor Windy Lulu. It's gonna take a little bit while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and speed it up. I forgot to showcase my runes, but next time I will promise to post my runes before the battle. So the main thing with this offense is you don't want to put up that skill 2 on Windy, because if you put up that speed buff and that crit buff, they are going to be doing a lot more damage to you. And you also want to make sure that your Lulu does not have defense break. You want to make sure that Lulu is safe and secure. I like to focus down the Martina first. It's so much easier to get her off the field and not have her stripping everything and buffing up. So once you get her off the field, then you want to focus on the Shina and then the Triana. Basically, once Martina's down, it should be pretty safe and a GG. Alright, on to the next battle. So for this next battle, we have a Water Ryu and a Savannah paired with a Rakan. So I'm going to come in it with a Feng Yan, Aaliyah, and a Perna. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day out there. Let's get into this battle. Alright, so the reason why I brought this team into it is because we have two cleansers technically. The Feng Yan could cleanse himself, Aaliyah can cleanse the team, and we have a stripper with the Perna. Alright, so I think that the main threat in this defense is that Savannah, because if she lands that defense break, it can be very sketchy. But also that Rakan with the provokes is pretty annoying. This is a very annoying team to deal with. I don't like hitting these, but I kind of have to. So thankfully we have the immunity and defense buff from the Leah, even though that it got stripped off like nothing. I decided to switch targets onto the Rakan because it was pretty low from the counter attacks, and might as well get it off the field. Alright, now with the Rakan down, we're going to focus the Savannah. She's the main threat now because of that defense break. We still could get stripped by this Ryu, but it's not going to do that much. We're going to focus down the Savannah and it should be GG's. Alright, I'm going to fast forward this a bit just so we can get rid of this Water Ryu quicker. Alright, so that's the second win. Let's get into the next battle. Alright, so we have this Triana, Kinky, and a Vigor. I would not recommend Lucianing it. I decided to go with a Wind Gargoyle, my second Windy, and the Lulu. I went with this team because I really like the Wind Gargoyle. He's pretty good against non-immunity units. There's only the Triana here, which can put one turn immunity, which will be a little bit annoying, but he can CC pretty well. Whenever an enemy attacks, then I guess in a way it's like reflecting damage, but they just harm themselves. So all three of my offense monsters are a pretty tanky build. There's really nothing that can happen unless this Kinky goes really crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward it. As you can see, they're gonna be damaging themselves very well, and they didn't have that much resistance, so I kept landing the provoke. I don't think I had that much accuracy on him, but I somehow managed to land them. As you can see, the immunity gets a little bit annoying because you can't really do much. I kind of risk it and leave the defense break on him just so they can damage themselves a bit more. It is a bit risky, and I wouldn't recommend it if you're trying to play really safe. But my Wind Gargoyle is really tanky, and I think he could take a decent amount of hits. I don't know if this Kinky was on Vio or Despair. Oh, I think it was Despair. So that eliminates like a lot of the sketchiness from this. And you also have to make sure that the Vigor does not kill the Lulu, because that Vigor will focus the Lulu down if it gets the chance to. I'm focusing the Triana down just so I can get rid of her and not have to deal with that passive. Once she's down, it should be fairly easy. I'm gonna focus down the Vigor and then the Kinky. Alright, so the Triana is almost down. Okay, she's down now, and now we gotta focus the Vigor. Once he's down, it should be a pretty solid GG. So this Kinky was on Despair. Kinky on Despair is really good, but I actually think Vile might be better for a defense just because the procs are really unpredictable. Alright, so another win. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, so for this one, we're going against a Harmonia, Vigor, Jubel. I'm bringing in a Kamoon, Vigor, and a Fuki. This probably isn't the best counter for this team, but I believe I couldn't find any other counters, and I just kind of came up with this one. So I think the main target is to get rid of that Vigor and then that Harmonia, and then focus the Jubel. That Jubel might be on revenge, and if you miss those crits, you're just gonna be boosting his attack bar, and you don't want to be dealing with that. He's actually very annoying. I forgot that he has a provoke. Okay, so he managed to land the heal block on the Vigor. We're gonna keep focusing this Vigor. The only thing that sucks is that Harmonia can heal through that heal block. So yeah, I had to kind of pay attention to that too. Like right now, she just did it. It's a very sketchy team, as you can tell. This fight does take a little while, so I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support that you've been giving me these past few days and past couple weeks. I really appreciate it so much. It keeps me motivated to make more of these videos. You don't know how happy it makes me. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys. Alright, so we're gonna keep focusing down this Vigor. It's a really long battle, especially with that Triana and Vigor proc. Well, they're all procking like crazy, so it just makes it a lot sketchier. My Kamoon's very low. We're gonna try to focus down this Vigor and kill it. Managed to almost kill it with the Fuki, and we lose our Kamoon. Okay, so this guy's really sketchy. It's a 2v3. Can we pull it off? Let's find out. Okay, it looks like everything is going to shit, but we somehow managed to get rid of that Vigor, proc a couple times, heal ourselves up, and I think the next focus is this Harmonia, so she's not healing up this Jubel, and we don't want to be giving it the attack bar. We get provoked. It gets a little sketchy here. We're gonna keep focusing the Harmonia. Nope, we switch on to the Jubel, and we almost die. Our Vigor manages to survive that. We're gonna try to focus this Harmonia. We get the skill 2 off, heal ourselves up, and we proc into the skill 3. Miss the defense break, but we land the recovery block. We managed to heal again, thankfully. This is a very, very sketchy situation. Harmonia uses her skill 3, heals herself up. We're lucky on these procs, honestly. If we didn't get these procs, it would have been donezo. Managed to kill the Harmonia, and now it's a 2v1 against this Jubel. Jubel kills the Vigor off, and we managed to kill it with our Fuki. Another dub, baby. Alright, let's get into this next one with a Nana, Ken, and Savannah. I'm bringing in a Galleon, Tiana, and a Poseidon. This should be an easy one where we just push everything back and kill everything, but we get resisted, and the Savannah takes her skill 3 off into a proc, kills us, and it's pretty much GG's. There's nothing really I can do without that pushback or stun or anything. It's just GG's. So we're taking the L right here. I think I managed to just quit out because I knew there's no way. So we got our first L, baby. Alright, now we're coming back in this with a safer team because we don't want to get resisted again. We're coming in with a Tessa, Nana, and a Riley. I switched my Tessa for my slower one. Alright, so the main threat with these is actually, I don't know if she's a threat, but that Nana with her revives can be very annoying. So you want to make sure at some point that if you're using the Tessa that you oblivion her before you kill anything, just so she doesn't revive. So there's a lot of procs in this match, as you will see, but somehow we managed to survive all these procs. It's important to keep your immunity up with Riley. You see Ken just procced right there. Very annoying. Managed to oblivion the Savannah, managed to oblivion the Nana. Now we can go for a kill if this Nana doesn't proc, if she's on Vio. So we're gonna get rid of this Ken real quick, and then it should be a GG's because we're gonna have an extra stack. And now we just gotta focus the Savannah. We're gonna oblivion the Nana and then kill the Savannah. Makes it so much easier. I'm gonna go ahead and skip through this fairly quickly, but it's a GG. Alright, so the Nana's down. We get another dub. So what is that? 4 dubs, 1 loss, I think. We're coming into this Gurkha Nana Perna team with a Fengyan, Amelia, and a Tyrannus. Unfortunately though, I didn't know what Gurkha did, so as you'll see in this gameplay right here, I get completely obliterated by this Gurkha. And again, I need to switch that Amelia onto immunity. This is like the best showcase as to why she should be on immunity. At this point, I don't really know what to do because I just need that Amelia to proc to cleanse my defense breaks and these provokes, but it looks like it's not going to happen. This Gurkha is also very tanky, so he can take some hits. I didn't know his passive was this OP. I can see why some people are saying that he needs a nerf, especially in the SWC tournament. I didn't see that match, and one of my guildies was telling me like, dude, how'd you miss that match? But if I watched that match, I could have probably known what he did and prevented this from happening. So it's important to know your monsters and read the skills before you go into it. I thought that he just provoked. I didn't know that he increased attack bar and all that stuff, healed. This guy's OP. Without immunity, we're just gonna keep getting wrecked by it, and we're not gonna be able to do anything. We managed to destroy like a little chunk of its health, but if this Perna procs onto this Fengyan, we're done, so. Our Fengyan's really low. Are we gonna be able to pull it off? No, our Fengyan's dead. Unfortunately, we just gotta take another L, so that's 2 losses, I think 4 wins. So we're coming back in this with a Tessa, Molly, and a Juno. Again, I didn't really know what this Gurkha did, but I just thought that Juno would be able to fare well against them. This probably wasn't the best team for it, but as you'll see, we get some very good gameplay by this Juno. Shout out to my Juno. Love her. Shout out to Phil. You'll see why I love Juno so much. Alright, so this Gurkha is just going to keep doing its Gurkha things. Like earlier, it's just going to keep proccing and provoking and just CCing our team. We managed to oblivion the Perna. We're not landing the crit. And I try to focus the Nana to put the oblivion on. Probably the wrong move right there. I should have just tried to kill the Perna. This Perna is on Vi Revenge, making it even worse. We could get stunned up by her. We get Revenge proc by the Perna and it stuns us up. This Nana managed to land the defense break on everything. And Our Juno's manages to cleanse herself, but our Tessa is down. So now it's a 2v3 against this Nana, Gurkha, and Perna with 1 stack on the Nana. Can we do it? My Juno's doing decent damage, but she's not doing the most damage. My main focus is to kill something and get rid of that stack off of the Nana. Every time you hit that Gurkha, it just increases its attack bar, so you gotta be careful. I mean, there's really not much you can do when you're getting CC'd like that. I just brought the wrong team into it. I'm gonna go ahead and skip it because it takes a little while to get to the fun part. I'm gonna fast forward it a bit. Okay, so after getting procced and stunned and provoked like crazy, this Perna manages to kill my Molly, and here's where the real fun comes in. So I tell my guildies that I'm throwing because I didn't know what I was doing, but Juno, my queen, just comes out of nowhere and saves this match, baby. So we're going to focus on this Perna, get rid of all these lives, and then we're going to try to kill the Gurkha and Nana afterwards. I should have just probably brought Juno in by herself. She probably would have soloed this easily. So no matter what, all this CC is just going to be healing up my Juno, and she's going to be doing her damage with that speed buff. She's on a speed, crit rate, HP build, Despair Nemesis, I believe. I don't know what's better, Despair Nem or Despair Revenge. We get 1 life off of the Perna. The stacks are coming down on Nana. Ooh, baby. Juno's going crazy. Alright, so we managed to get rid of the last stack off of Nana. Can Juno really solo this? Let's get rid of this Perna real quick. Boom, baby. Alright, with Perna down, the main damage dealer, it should be a GG from here. Now we just gotta focus onto this Gurkha. Once this Gurkha's down, we gotta focus that Nana. There's no heals coming off anymore. Gurkha's not gonna be able to do much to my Juno, baby. This is why Juno is my queen, my savior, my goddess. The religion of Juno. Alright, we got rid of this Gurkha. It's a 1v1 Nana versus Juno. Can we survive the Nana? I think so. I'm gonna go ahead and skip it. This Nana's just gonna keep healing us up with all those debuffs. She's just feeding us, baby. Alright, we managed to get this win. Really crazy match. Really long match. My guildies were like, what the heck happened, dude? It took a while, but we got it. GG. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, so we got this last one with a Hyans, Beta, and a Lume coming into this Vigor Triana, and I believe that's a Ludo. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get rid of either the Vigor or the Triana. This is a very good CC team. I didn't have another Vigor to use, I guess, and I just decided to go with a Beta. Beta is actually really good now after the buff. I used to use her a lot, but with that buff, she's a lot more usable now. One of my guildies actually has this offense I'm using as a defense, and he's doing pretty well with it. It's a good variant. So my Lume is actually on a pretty good build. I will probably show her next time because I forgot to show runes. Look, my guildie just said, holy Juno 1v3. I'm probably gonna put that in the thumbnail. F you Ice if you ever see this. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Ice. He's a really good guildie. Love messing with him. Alright, so seems like we're doing fairly good on this team. The only thing is that we don't have a cleanse, so we have to be very careful to not get defense broken. I think Vigor actually might be better just because he lands defense break, but Beta's still pretty good. She has an anti-crit and immunity. How could you go wrong with that? So we managed to almost kill the Vigor with the Lume. We finished it off with the Hins, and now it's a 2v3. We're gonna keep focusing on either this Ludo or Triana, whatever we can defense break, do a lot of damage onto. Well, not that much damage, but a decent amount of damage onto. So we're gonna get some strips. We're gonna land some slows, a stun. We're just gonna keep whittling this team down little by little, chunk by chunk. If you guys really made it this far into the video, leave a comment saying F you ice, and I'll make sure to show it to him at some point. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this a bit just because the only way this can go wrong is if that Ludo procs like crazy, stunning and defense breaking everything up. But we got a pretty good amount of crowd control on them, so we should be okay. With the Triana down and the Ludo stunned up, this looks like it's a GG, baby. We're gonna skill 3 into the Ludo, taking him down. So we managed to get 8 dubs and we took 2 L's. But we managed to get some really insane Juno gameplay, and I think that was pretty worth it. If you made it to another video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.